Hello, welcome back to Headlines in High Heels. Ladies, get excited. I have Brandon Gomes here from none other than MTV's Siesta Key, and he's been doing so many other things. Okay, he's flying everywhere, he's DJing everywhere, he has new music that he just dropped, but he's been an artist for a really long time, and thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you. That was a good intro. I like that.
Thank you. I didn't practice that at all.
I know, you're on the fly with it. I love it.
So you obviously live locally in Sarasota?
I live in St. Pete. I just moved to St. Pete.
Oh, how is it living in St. Pete?
Love it. I just moved to the beach, so like on Madeira Beach.
Oh yeah.
Gorgeous. I wake up to the water every day. It's what I needed.
That's very peaceful and calming.
Absolutely therapeutic.
Right.
I'd say, for sure.
Especially with what we do for a living. I mean, I just listed all the things that you do, but it can be a lot. Always on social media, always pitching something, and it's a lot of fun, but you got to take a step back sometimes.
100%. You got to wake up and go look at the water for a little bit, decompress, so that way I can get back to hustling the way I hustle, you know?
Yeah. On your socials, I see a lot that you have like a lot of loving affirmation phrases that you put out there.
Yeah.
Are you a spiritual person at all?
Absolutely. I believe in God, you know, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, and I try to put that out there as much as I can, you know, without you know, getting too caught up in the industry and things like that. I always try to bring it back to being grounded, you know.
Being grounded is really, well, that's what I think is so appealing too. And if you get a chance to watch the show, you haven't seen it, you need to, definitely. It's a good binge watch as well. Yeah. But how is it signing up for a show like that? Like, were you like wake up one day and you're like, yes, this is definitely something I want to do, or did somebody bring the idea to you?
So I never really thought I'd be on reality TV. I always wanted to do entertainment, but my friend Alex Campo, he started the show, and his dad funded it, 100 Ask Gary. They kind of did that thing, and they reached out to me, and I was like, you know, if you're gonna do a show out of my hometown, Siesta Key, and you're looking for me, of course I'm gonna do it. But you know, it came with a lot, and there's some pros and some cons, but I know what I signed up for, and I mean, I had a good time. What
are some of the pros and cons that you've seen now, reflecting?
Reflecting, pros, I mean, I got to build my following a lot. I got to be on a national television show that I could always look back on. I was able to promote my music with more eyeballs and promote, you know, clothing, merch, you know, everything that I do, it become more of like a household name. That was the pros of it, traveling for free, getting paid to do that, you know. Cons, you know, when you mess up or you make a mistake, it's live for everybody to see, and you know, your privacy kind of gets, you know, not private anymore, and people plotting on you, people trying to take advantage of you, you know, all that stuff that comes with, you know, being famous, I guess.
A part of the package,
correct,
in a sense.
Yeah.
Did you have to deal with a lot of trolls or any stalkers at all?
Oh yeah, to this day, absolutely. I mean, as far as like stalkers go, definitely had to deal with some stalkers, had to deal with trolls, people that, more like rage baiting. When you're on TV, a lot of people, they just want to get a reaction out of you. Yeah. They might actually be a fan, but they just think they'll get a reaction out of you more if they, you know.
They think it's funny.
Exactly.
And it's not like you are a real person.
Exactly.
That's a show, and certain things are accelerated a little bit to make it a little bit more entertaining, but at the end of the day, this is a real human being who's a good person and has feelings and emotions, and so, I don't know, I hate that. I hate it when people try to do that.
It's tough. You become a character on TV, and then people treat you like that and not a person.
Yeah.
But it's what I signed up for, and I mean, I have a family and people that love me, and you know, I'm grounded, and you know, I have faith, so I was able to get through a lot of that stuff. But a lot of people I know really dealt with like the brunt end of, you know, anxiety and depression and things like that. Yeah,
you do seem very grounded, and I'm sure it's helpful because your family is close by, even though you just moved to St. Pete. Yeah. So how has that helped you? Because I know you also have a son. How do you integrate your son in reality TV and manage, you know, your family and all that?
Yeah, well, my son was on the show, so that was cool. So we could look back at like the beginning days of, you know, that.
So young and so cute.
So young and so cute, for sure. Yeah, he's definitely a cutie pie for sure. They say he's gonna be a heartbreaker, but I'm like, you know what, we'll see, you know. Don't be like your dad on the show. But it's, I mean, to have a kid and to have a son, and it makes, you know, it's bigger than me now. Yeah. So it gives me more purpose to do what I do. Having my family and knowing that there's people that love me and know me for me has been a lot better than, you know, having to try to get validation from people online, or, you know, taking comments and things like that to heart. You know, it's all just, You know, somebody said something like booze and cheers all sound the same, so you just kind of just go with it, you know?
I like that. I've never heard that saying before. That's
Yeah,
good.
you know?
Okay. Well, and now you are single, correct?
I'm not single. No, I got a girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
How long have you guys been together?
We've been together for 3 years now.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
awesome.
I appreciate
Very cool.
you.
Where did you guys meet?
We met in Miami. The last season of Siesta Key was filmed in Miami, and we met out there, and we've kind of, you know, I was living out there, and then I moved back here, and then through then we've kind of got together. So we're going on like 3 years now, yeah.
How difficult is it to maintain a relationship while you work in this industry?
It's hard. It really is. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie, because you know, especially being out and, you know, for instance, like acting or, you know, TV, it's always like people want to see relationship drama,
Sure.
cheating, and, you know, stuff like that. So it's been really hard to, you know, prioritize your relationship when you're dealing with, you know, being, you know, in the limelight. People want to see you with another girl or this girl or do this for clout or do that. So,
or God forbid you stand next to another chick and then they take a picture of it and send it to her and she's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
You're like, literally, it's nothing. I was standing on the beach.
I've dealt with that for sure. 100%.
Right.
Yeah, it gets tough. It does for sure.
I understand that. You have to also be with somebody that is confident and that you know, can brush away some of that stuff and understand that that doesn't mean anything. It's really the two of you at the end of the day.
For sure.
That's cool.
Absolutely. And if you see me on the show, I didn't make it much easier to trust
Yeah.
being that I was on the show and the mistakes I made, and being a DJ and being an actor where, like, I just did a modeling gig where I was getting married to like another girl.
Aw.
And, you know, they post those online, and that doesn't, you know,
I know.
that makes
I
for
get
good
it.
arguments.
But it makes for good arguments, but if she's cool and understanding, by the way, if you present the idea and you're like, hey, I got booked for this gig, like, and
Yeah.
they're well aware of it. Yeah, exactly. And by the way, being young and silly and naive and going on TV, I mean,
Yeah.
ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot to, do you ever go back and watch any reruns, or you're like, I'm not watching that?
No, I do. I do a lot, actually. Like when I live stream, I'll go watch the show and do like a live show with like watching the show and kind of reacting with fans. But yeah, I sometimes look at myself like, man, why didn't I get a haircut? Or what was I wearing? Or what the hell did I say to this girl? That was a pickup line? Just stuff like that, kind of cringy, but
Yeah.
it's all good. I'm comfortable with everything I've done, you know.
So if you had a pivot in the future, because you have your hands in so many different things, as we all do, and it's very smart to do that and not just pick one side, and things split off, what avenue would you rather go down? Would you rather be a performer or an artist? Would you rather be an actor or stick with reality TV and have your own show?
Well, reality TV I'll completely take out of the box, because I don't want to do reality TV that's like, I tell people all the time, you can't really make a career out of reality TV unless your last name's Kardashian.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because nobody wants to be cheating and divorcing and remarrying and being toxic for 30, 40 years. It's
Yeah,
just
it's a
not.
lot. Like a Real Housewife.
Yeah, I don't want to do that forever. But I would probably, I mean, I say that music and acting go hand in hand, because music inspires the acting, and then acting inspires, you know, the music. So,
Sure.
But I would want to do acting because there's longevity in it.
Yeah.
I could be 90-year-old, you
Yeah.
know, making a movie. I'll be Morgan Freeman, you know. But as
That's
far
a good
as
person.
music, kind of, I mean, you could make music as long as you want, but it's kind of dated, you know. No one, you know, I'm not gonna be touring when I'm 70. Maybe I could be a Bruce Springsteen, but
Sure.
you know,
You never know.
You know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Well, you also give back to the community. I know you're flying to Africa soon, right?
Yes, I am flying to Africa.
What are you doing there?
Next weekend? I'm going to Africa. The name of the tour is called Bridge the Beat Tour. So it's like a self-funded humanitarian aid. What I'm doing is bringing music equipment, like, you know, DJ boards, microphones, to go give to the kids out there, to just make music for free and teach them how to make music. And it's the universal language. That's why it's called Bridge the Beat Tour. But I'm also bringing school supplies, food, and I'm just going to be going to different countries and villages out there and just doing my best at doing things, doing writing camps with artists for free,
Wow.
DJing and performing for free at clubs and places like that. Just trying to touch the world a little more, and it's been on my heart to go give more.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
ground myself.
you're a wonderful person who stays grounded. I love that you're giving back to the community and all that stuff. So thank you so much for stopping by, coming in.
course.
You have a new project, you have new music or anything like that, feel free to call me, text me, and we'll bring you back on anytime.
Please, for
Yeah,
sure, absolutely.
definitely.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a
Yeah,
blast.
thank you so much. All right, so this is it for Headlines in High Heels today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we have a lot of other wonderful shows, by the way. The Oh Yeah Show, we have In the Bed with Babs, and so many other ones. I mean, if you want to keep streaming my stuff, Please feel free. But yeah, check out all of our other stuff here. And thank you so much for tuning in once again. And we'll drop another episode next week. Thank you. Bye.